down now. Slow down. You can tell I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Today marks the beginning of a remarkable journey, not only for each of you, but also for countless Sam Houston State University leaders, faculty, and staff. This ceremony represents more than the presentation of a white coat. It symbolizes your commitment to a profession built on compassion, integrity, service, lifelong learning, and the trust that patients will place in you. To the families, friends, and loved ones gathered here today, thank you for their encouragement, sacrifices, and unwavering support you have provided. Your presence reminds us that no one achieves a dream like this alone. Your belief has helped bring them to this milestone, and your continued support will be invaluable throughout the journey ahead. Let's give the family a great welcome. To our students, thank you. Thank you for believing in our vision. Choosing a newly accredited program requires confidence, courage, and a willingness to help build the best physician assistant program anywhere. We are deeply grateful that you chose Sam Houston State University to be part of your journey toward becoming a physician assistant. And I say that from the heart. Thank you again. The culture, traditions, and legacy of the program begin with you. Future classes will look back to this first cohort as the group that established the standard of excellence, professionalism, and compassion that will define our program for years to come. The white coat is a symbol of academic achievement. It is a reminder of the responsibility you are accepting. Every patient you encounter deserves your knowledge, your empathy, your humility, and your unwavering commitment to providing exceptional care. The growth, accomplishment, and purpose you achieve with us will make a meaningful difference to everyone. As faculty and staff, we will help you succeed. We will challenge you to think critically and support you through obstacles and celebrate your success. You will become a competent, compassionate, and ethical physician assistant prepared to serve your community with excellence. As you accept your white coat today, remember it represents far more than a profession. It represents a promise to place patients first, to pursue excellence with humility, to embrace lifelong learning, and to serve with compassion and integrity. Today, you officially begin writing the first chapter in the history of Sam Houston State University Master of Physician Assistant Studies. Years from now, when graduates walk across the commencement stage and new students accept their white coats, your class will always hold a special place as the class that started it all. You are number one now, and you are number one forever. We are incredibly proud of each of you, excited to watch you grow, and honored that you entrusted us with helping you achieve your dream of becoming a physician assistant. Congratulations. Welcome to Sam Houston State University Masters of Physician Assistant Studies. Welcome to the PA profession, and welcome to a future filled with purpose, service, and impact. Thank you. I think that's all I had prepared, but I am responsible for introducing our next guest. I think you may or may not know him, Dr. Ryan Zappalak, the Dean of the College of Health Sciences at Sam Houston State University. he's going to give you a little pep talk. He's going to say some important things. A little bit about him. His path to education wasn't quite straightforward, but he at least made a smart move and went to the University of Houston, my alma mater. He's a Cougar also, but now we belong to Sam Houston State University, and that's the traditional path of every person who goes to university. Usually, if you continue your education, you're going to end up somewhere else. Graduated from the University of Houston in, I think, 1998. Went straight into a master's program, which was very interesting because he chose wisely why sports fans do, towards his doctorate degree, but why sports fans do what they do in supporting their teams. Now, if you really think about sports fans, it's like he chose a path that never ends. How do you really figure that out? And as we've truly shown with sports fans, they're different every year. So congratulations for making a smart choice. While he finally came to Sam Houston State University, I believe, in around 2006, he worked his way up the ladder, and I do believe that he got involved with helping us get here today because he became the interim dean of the Sam Houston State University College of Health Sciences, and was handed this, and somebody, I'm sure, well above our pay grade, and certainly in his wheelhouse, said, "Here, make this happen." And guess what? He did. He's been invaluable to us. He's been an ardent supporter, and I can honestly say that, in my opinion, we wouldn't be here today, you wouldn't be here today, if it wasn't for him. It was a lot of work for each and every one of us, but we're down here working at our level to be just in this program while he had to do the whole College of Health Sciences, because he had to meet with people well above the stratosphere in Austin and other places where the University of Texas system hierarchy sits in their White Castle or whatever you call it. You know, we helped do some simple little things like get a multi-million-dollar building, brand new facilities built for us. That's how important he is to our program. So I'm going to leave it at that and ask Dr. Zafnak to come up and give his remarks. And I want you to give him a warm, heartfelt welcome. And he's, into sports, so you can yell and scream and shout and do hoorah or whatever you want to do.
It'll get in there eventually. It's a funny thing, too. Normally I don't use a mic because I project pretty well, but good morning.
Good morning.
So great to see all of you guys here today for what is a very monumental day. Monumental day, there we go. For not only this program, but for the university and for our college. It was just a little over 2 years ago that Professor Mueller, who you'll hear from in just a second, she and I were standing in the parking lot over there at the Hyatt Regency looking at this big hole in the ground and saying, this could be something pretty special. And it is. And it's because of, I appreciate what Dr. Bell said. I'm one piece of the puzzle. This whole team here and the team throughout the College of Health Sciences has helped us get here today. And beyond the college, we've also had a tremendous amount of support from our friends over at admissions and some of the other financial aid offices. This has really been a team effort to get these 40 people in the seats that you see today. And so I'm very, very excited that the college is launching this new program. I had a chance to meet with these guys a little bit on Monday, and I've never seen so many beaming smiles as I was walking into the room, and they're excited to be here. We're excited to have them here. But Dr. Bell's absolutely right. This building is a $70 million investment in healthcare in the state of Texas. And when you look at the programs that are here, we've got the Master of Physician Assistant Studies, which is the newest program. We've also got athletic training, dietetics, and hopefully very soon, physical therapy, which Dr. Boapatra, we just got it approved through SAC-COC, and we're about to go to CAPTI, the accrediting body, here soon to get that next step done. So in all these cases, this building was designed around interprofessional education. Because guess what? When you go into a healthcare facility, you're not just working with just PAs or just doctors. You're working with a care team, and it's important that our folks are able to work alongside each of those different professions effectively, efficiently, and collaboratively. And so that's everything that this building is designed to do. So parents and family members, if you get a chance after we're done today and you have a chance to kind of look around the building a little bit, take a look. I think you'll be really, really impressed. There's been a tremendous amount of effort, investment throughout the process of building this program, and we've had lots of little challenges here and there. But what I can tell you is that with this team, we've been able to surmount every single challenge and really build such an efficient, effective, well-designed program. So again, I'm very excited about that. I mentioned that Professor Mueller was our very first hire as the founding program director. And again, when we were talking about what this program could be, she invested in a dream just like you guys did. And so you've got great leadership here, you've got great faculty, great team members, and we're all going to be here to really promote your success. Because once you go out there and become a great PA, as Dr. Bell mentioned, you're going to be making an impact on everybody's health and well-being throughout the process. And so I appreciate that all you guys are here to do that. I did want to highlight a few other folks here really quickly throughout this process that were instrumental. And Dr. Tiffany Webb was one of our second hires along with Professor Connor Woods. When Dr. Webb started with us on February 5th of 2025, I remember that date very, very well, as well as Professor Woods, we didn't have really any clinical affiliations in place. We didn't have a lot of the pieces in place to make our students successful and give them the places to learn out in the community. Because of Dr. Webb's efforts, along with the rest of the team, we were able to exceed that amount and get us to a point where we would be able to get all of you guys into the places that you need to be. And so, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to give a special recognition to her because she really led that process. And as you would expect, that's not an easy thing to do because there's a lot of different places that are doing programs for medical students, PA students, PT students. I can make up all kinds of other little abbreviations, but you get the idea. And at the end of the day, we compete for those spaces just like any other program. And so Dr. Webb was really effective at really building those relationships, but then also working within our existing teams. And I want to give a special shout out to the College of Osteopathic Medicine and the School of Nursing, who were very, very helpful in helping lay the groundwork for those two. They're great partners. Professor Woods and Dr. Runyon, Jack Runyon, early on in this process served as consultants for us in building this program. And then I came back to them and I said, please come here. And they did. Because they really saw the investment in the program and developing it to be the best it could be. And so, gentlemen, I want to thank both of you for all the efforts that you put into that as well. That's very helpful. And then our newest faculty member, Dr. Spear, has been with us just a little over a month now. So she knows where the bathrooms are. That's about it. But she has made the transition from clinical practice over to really help us build the best program as well. And so thank you again for being a part of our team here. We're excited to have you as well. So. You're going to hear from this gentleman in just a little bit, but Frank Breeze is our keynote today. And he has played a huge role in this too because Professor Mueller, coming from UTRGV's program where he served as chair, really spent a lot of time working with him, tapping into his expertise and time, and he wanted to see this succeed too, which I greatly appreciate, and I'm very, very thankful for. And so I know you'll enjoy hearing from him a little bit, but I want to give you a personal thanks for all that you've done to help us as well. I'd also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge a couple other people here. First off, President White and Provost Yanduri have been very, very supportive of us launching this program, as well as the Texas State University System Board of Regents. And then also my predecessor, Dr. Emily Roper, who is now the Dean at the College of Nursing and Health Professions at Drexel University in Philadelphia. Dr. Roper was really, really instrumental in getting this early planning done. And I came into it to continue that process and continue helping with the build. But Dr. Roper was instrumental, as was Dr. Jen Bunn, who is now the Dean of the Graduate and Professional School. She just assumed that role in May. But Dr. Bunn was also incredibly helpful through that process. And selfishly, I love the fact that she's the Dean of the Graduate and Professional School. Because guess what? This is a graduate program. So I'm very, very thankful to both of them as well. In closing, I just want to tell you a little story from yesterday. So when you're sitting in this room right now, there were a ton of tables in here yesterday because we did our all-college meeting. And our all-college meeting includes all 6 departments within the College of Health Sciences, which include human sciences, kinesiology, physician assistant studies and athletic training, physical therapy, the School of Nursing, and public health. That's a lot, right? But when we were getting toward the end of the meeting, I made a call to the folks. I'm like, hey, if everybody can grab a table, get it out of here so that we can start setting for today's event. And all the faculty across all the college, every department in the college jumped in and helped. And I thought that was very emblematic for what has happened in building this program. Every single department, every chair, every director has jumped in and helped. Every unit across the university has jumped in and helped. So you're in a good place, you're in a good program, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do, all right? Get them up, Cats.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you, Dean Zaplak and Dr. Bell, for your welcoming messages because they inspire us to be better, to grow, and to do better. And so I have just a few things that I want to say. I know this is a big day for us. This is the inaugural cohort for Sam Houston State University. We worked tirelessly to make this day happen. We have had lots of support, like Dean Zaplak said, from all different parts of Sam Houston State University. And I can tell you the first time I came to interview, I felt like family. And for me, that was very important because, we're going to be here day in and day out for hours upon hours. And having that feeling of being cared for and respected and they want to see the growth, it's just really extremely important for me. So that day we stood at the Hyatt and looked over here. We've actually come a long way. We've come full circle. So my name is Wilma Mueller, and I am the founding program director for the Master of Physician Assistant Studies program here at Sam Houston. I'm also the department chair for the Physician Assistant Studies and Athletic Training department. And I want to welcome the class of 2028. Welcome. So to our incoming students, to your families and loved ones who have traveled here today, to our faculty, staff, clinical partners, and distinguished guests, thank you for being here for what is, in the truest sense, a historic occasion. Today, we mark the beginning of the Master of Physician Assistant Studies program's inaugural cohort. Every program, every institution, every profession has a first. A group of individuals willing to step into something that does not yet have a track record. a reputation, or a legacy of graduates who came before them. Today, that group is you, okay? You are not just joining a program. And we just got finished with our orientation last week. They came, they worked hard, they did team activities, building teamwork all through the week. They learned a lot. But you're not just joining a program, you're building one. Everything this program becomes, its reputation, its culture, the way future students will describe what it means to be a Sam Houston State University PA, starts here with you today. This ceremony caps that full week we had for the Academy for Success. And everything has led to this moment. Your application, your interview, the week of orientation has been building towards this day. You were selected from a highly competitive pool of applicants because you have what it takes, not just intellectually, but in character, to become excellent physician assistants. The coat you are about to receive is white for a reason. It symbolizes clinical service and patient care. Accepting it today is a rite of passage. When putting it on, you are making a commitment to transform yourself into a healthcare professional in whom patients place their trust. What gets written on this white coat, through your effort, this white coat, your compassion and your integrity is up to you. In a few moments, you will recite the physician assistant oath. It is a short set of words, but it carries enormous weight. It is a promise to your patients, to your colleagues, and to yourself that you will hold yourself to the highest standard of this profession, even when no one is watching. To the families, thank you. Nobody arrives at this moment alone. Behind every name we call today is a family that made sacrifices of time, of finances, of countless quiet forms of support to help them get here today. This day belongs to you as much as it does to them. So thank you. And to the College of Health Sciences, Dr. Bell already said, we really thank you for all of the support and all of the phone calls. This isn't working, that's not working. Can you help me with this? Who do I call for that? I mean, thank you so much for all of your support, commitment to our program. And thank you to the College of Medicine and to the enrollment team. Without you, we wouldn't be here where we are. It takes every single one of us working as a team. And to my faculty and to my staff who have worked tirelessly with me, sitting around tables, bouncing back and forth ideas. This should work, that should work. Well, what did you do when you were in PA school? Going back and forth, and how did y'all do it? What did you think? Did it work for you? And we talked and texted through the night, and we just thank you so much for all of your support and all of your help. Students, the road ahead is going to be hard. It's going to be very demanding. I've told you that. I've been telling you that. It is worth it. There will be exams that humble you, clinical days that exhaust you, and moments when you wonder whether you chose the right path. I promise you, you did. One day a patient will trust you with their fear, their pain, or their hope. And in that moment, every hard exam and every exhausting clinical day will suddenly make sense to you. That's how you'll know, and you will not walk this road alone. Every single one of these people here are going to be walking with you and helping you along the way. Please join me in welcoming again the Master of Physician Assistant Studies Inaugural Class of 2028. Now I would like to introduce somebody that is extremely important to me. Mr. Frank Reese. He's going to be our keynote speaker today. Mr. Ambrose and I go back a long way. He was my program director, I won't say how many years ago. And then he was my boss. We worked together at UTRGV. I worked with him for about 10, 11 years. He's been my mentor. He's been somebody that's been there advising me throughout this whole process. And I wouldn't be here without him. He made a phone call to me one day and said, hey, I want you to think about this program director position. I'm like, what? I'm working in the ER, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm good. But he kept calling me, and here I am today. But, Mr. Ambrose was the program director at UTRGV, well, UTPA, and now UTRGV. He's been there for over, 30 years? About, yeah. He graduated from the University of Texas Medical Branch Physician Assistant Program in '79. And his career has since spanned clinical practice, community health, academic leadership, program development, and service to the PA profession. One of the most significant chapters of his career began in '92 when he was recruited by UTMB to help launch a new physician assistant program at the University of Texas Pan American. And that program opened its doors in '94. And that's the program I went through. Mr. Ambrose later served as chair and program director, helping guide the program's growth and development. His service to the PA profession also extended beyond university. He was appointed by Governor Ann Richards, that goes way back, to the Texas State Board of Medical Examiners Physician Assistant Board, where he participated in developing rules and procedures governing PA practice in Texas and chaired the Physician Assistant Licensing Committee. Throughout his career as a clinician, educator, program leader, and advocate for the profession, Mr. Ambrose has seen firsthand how the physician assistant profession grows stronger when one generation accepts the responsibility of preparing and supporting the next. That experience makes his presence here this afternoon especially meaningful. So as we just want to welcome him here today. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was the third PA license in the state of Texas. Is that correct? Was that the third?
I'll tell that.
You'll tell that story. But, I was one of his students, and when I'm practicing, he's in my ear. We will be in your ears, but he started it. And so, when you're in clinic and you hear that professor in your ear telling you, don't forget this, don't forget that. That's what he is for us. And so I'd like you to help me welcome Mr. Frank Ambrose, our keynote speaker.
It's a pleasure when I was invited to help out being the keynote speaker, because I feel that I've been a part of this from the very beginning. Dr. Runyon trusted me and gave my name to a committee that was forming to develop the building for this program. So when he called, I said, yeah, they can call me, I can give them some advice on what not to do and what would entail having a good building for a PA program. And so I attended those meetings through televideo, and they took a lot of my advice to build this building that you guys have been fantastic. My first caution was make sure you have room for expansion. And the expansion was going to be from 20 to 40 students, if I recall. And Lord and behold, first class is 40 students. Already outgrowing the building. But that's great. That's great. Like I said, I feel like I'm a part of you guys. And thanks for the invite. But the white coat for you guys is the beginning of the legacy. I'm going to steal away from a lot of the key concepts that have already been talked about, teamwork and collaboration and the future. Because you guys, there are many white coats throughout the country. This is very, very special. It's very special for you because you will never have another first white coat ceremony at Sam Houston State University. You'll be the first. You're the pavemaker. You will develop a legacy that others will follow when they come after you and they walk the halls that you already walked. And they will hopefully carry the tradition of being successful. The best compliment that was given to me by somebody up in Washington. He was the deputy director of HRSA. So he called me one time questioning a grant that I had submitted. And he said, we wanted to be clear. You are doubling the efforts that we want to do. And we told you we could only support you with 5 extra students, and you want 10. And you have to convince me that we need to fund you for 10 more students instead of 5. And so I told him 5 is not going to make a dent. 10 might make a dent. We really need the help down here. And his words were, you are a visionary. What? He said, yeah, you look at the future and you help plan the future. You're a visionary. And so that compliment has stayed with me. And I want to wish you the same, for you guys to become visionaries. And apart from that, become leaders. You're not only going to get an education. During this time that you're studying, and you will also develop through your faculty and through the people around you. You will become leaders of your profession. So make sure that this legacy that we have has vision in it. Look around you at each other, your faculty, your staff, and most important, your colleagues, classmates. They are not your competition. They are your collaborators. Having taught in academia for over 36 years, the best way to teach is through collaboration. And so you'll hear a little bit more about that with team-based teaching. And when we started doing team-based teaching at the university, UTRGV, our pass rates went up from the 80s up to 98% pass rate. So we knew we were onto something. Now you read the literature, the best way to teach is through active learning, which is TBL, collaboration. The future of medicine is through collaboration. You've heard this before, that no longer, physicians ahead of the team and everybody else follows. Now everybody works in the team in the same capacity as being leaders. And the best illustration of that happened with the transition over to what they call the Obamacare Act. In that, they created accountable care organizations, ACOs. And what that led was to team-based approach to developing healthcare in a way of trying to reduce the high cost that was being experienced every year. So in the Valley, 2 ACOs were developed. A team of doctors got together and said, we're going to share information. And I'm a primary care doctor, and I'm going to get into my group of cardiologists and an internist and a group of other doctors. So the first ACO had 13 doctors in there. And they had to recruit 500 patients that were Medicare patients. The Valley was known for high expenditure. The annual cost for developing care for a Medicare patient was pretty high. And it was half of what the nation was providing. So they took all the Medicare patients and they said, well, we spent $700 or $7,000 on this patient in New York City, and we spent $14,000 for the patient in the valley. So that was double of what we were spending. So the ACOs came along and they work as a team. But within the clinic, the doctors also got the team involved. That meant the front desk person, the nurse, the PA or the NP, and the physician. So we're going to share information. We're going to make sure that all our I's are dotted and all our T's crossed, and every patient that walks in, either over 65, that they'll get their pneumovax vaccine. And it starts off with the nurse. When the nurse takes the person in and says, have you gotten your flu vaccine this month or this year? And it would make a note, so when the PA saw them, we would encourage them to get their flu vaccine. The thing was to get 99 or 98% of all the patients that needed the flu vaccine to get the flu vaccine or the pneumovax vaccine. And so they were tracking all of this information. So at the end of 1 year, the thing was that if you're an ACO member, for every dollar that you save the government, or Medicare dollar, you get 50 cents back. Well, at the end of 1 year with those 500 patients, those 13 doctors, guess how much they saved the government? $22 million. They get 50 cents on the dollar. So that group of 13 doctors got back $11 million in 1 year. That's a savings. And it encouraged staff to continue. And so what the doctors did in their clinic, they shared the wealth. They gave raises to their staff, gave bonuses to their PAs, so they could continue the quality of care that they were doing so with the ACOs. And that's the future. So I want you to think of one thing. Become a clinician and not a diagnostician. In my view, there's two providers, the clinician and the diagnostician. And now with AI, we all tend to be more of a diagnostician, waiting for the technology to tell us what's wrong with the patient. Don't do that. Use your brain. You're going to be taught well. You will develop clinical reasoning. You will develop compassion. You will develop the seeing a patient and giving them the best care that you can. AI cannot do that. AI can give you a list of differential diagnoses, but they don't see the pain that Professor Williams said that your patient will have when you see them. They will not see the pain on the patient. They will not see the confusion. They will not see how desperate they are. AI is a tool. Use it. You know, I'm a big advocate for technology. Use it, but remain the human in the loop. Interpret what AI tells you, and does that fit this patient? So use it wisely. Don't use it to overcome and make the diagnosis for you. So I don't want to take too much time except to say congratulations to you guys. I will tell that little story of number 3, how I became number 3. I was pretty active with TAPA at the time. And TAPA was the Texas Academy of Physician Assistants, was dealing with the fact that we could not prescribe, although we were working. Okay? So what happened was that our physicians would sign out a pad of prescription pads and hand it to you and say, go see patients. And then you write a prescription. It was all illegal, but that's what we were doing. And there were 3 members of on the board that were PAs, and 3 members that were doctors, and 3 members that were lay people, who were called attorneys and secretaries, and that formed the first PA board. And so it was a keynote achievement for us because as pharmaceutical reps came by, we could not accept samples because we were not licensed. We could not write prescriptions because we were not licensed. We could not hand out a sample of a prescription drug to a patient because we were not licensed. And so we fought the battle and said, hey, if a plumber needs a license to do your plumbing, and I'm taking care of people and saving lives, why don't I have a license? And that argument went pretty high up the legislators' element and finally got us to provide a licensure for PAs. And so at the time, like I said, I was pretty active with the Texas Academy, and Richard was running for a second term as governor, and she was in the Valley, and she was having a fundraiser. And so my supervising physician at the time calls me in and says, hey, and Richard is coming, and I have tickets for the event. It's $1,000 a ticket for the dinner. And do you want to go? I said, I don't have $1,000 to give. He said, no, I have them, and I can't go. But my wife is going, I don't want her going by herself, so can you accompany her? And that way you get to meet Ann Richards and her staff. And so that was the beginning. I happened to be in the right place at the right time. So I went to that dinner and got introduced to Ann Richards and her staff. And her staff was saying, we need somebody from this area to become the PA board member. Are you interested? And I said, yeah, I'll put my name in. And then for a couple of months I didn't hear anything. I get a call from Austin, and they asked me, are you Frank Breeze? I said, yes. Are you Frank Breeze from Metro Show? Yes. Are you Frank Breeze who played quarterback for Metro Show? Yes. And then he said, well, I'm so-and-so. He was a classmate of mine that was working out in Ann Richards' office. He said, we're vetting your name to become one of the board members. And I said, well, yeah, wish me luck. So 2 weeks later, they sent me the letter that I was in. And it was probably because of that phone call that they knew me, and they went ahead and pushed my name through, so I became the board member, one of the 3 PAs in that board. And we were the ones that were assigned to develop the rules and regulations on how PAs could practice. And in doing so, they assigned, you'll be the first 3 PAs that will be given your license number. And the other 2 were fighting, I want number 1, I want number 1. And so they fought it among themselves. And they said, well, don't you want to be number 1? I said, I'm here. I said, fine. And so they gave me number 3. That's how I became PA number 3. So my license is PA number 3. So I'm a little storyteller, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But it's wonderful for you guys to be the first. Sam Houston State University. That white coat does not make you intelligent. That white coat doesn't give you the trust the patient needs. You'll have to earn it. AI will not give you the intelligence. You have to be wiser. You have to remain a human in the loop. You will save lives. Even if it means just giving immunization to a child. You're seeing what's happening right now in diseases that we thought we were well controlled in, they're coming back. And the more you are attuned and the more you read, the more you will be prepared. There will be a lot of challenges. PA school is not easy. Those of you who have already achieved your undergraduate, it'll be from day to night. You're going to study hard. you will develop what we call the imposter syndrome. They made a mistake. They chose me. I don't belong here. You do belong here. You were chosen because the admissions and the faculty saw in you. They saw that you had potential. And you do. You already achieved a lot. You have more potential. Don't just do enough to get by. Do it the best you can. When you finish your education, you will be able to handle just about anything that walks through the door in your clinic. Even if meaning that you see that patient and say, that's beyond my capabilities. Learn 3 words. Learn to say, I don't know. Learn this other 3 words, but let me find out. And that's where the team approach comes in. Know your limitations and say, hey, I need help with this. Make a phone call to your supervising physician, to your colleague, and say, hey, I have this patient. I don't know what to do with it. And they'll believe you, and then they'll say, okay, fine. I get those calls a lot from new graduates. Hey, I'm seeing this patient that just came back from MD Anderson. You know, they're being treated for cancer, and now they're coming in with this. You know what to do. What am I supposed to do? I said, you came to class, you prepared, just think about it. I said, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and I said, there you go, you got it. He calls back later and says, I did it, everything looks fine, patient's great. Great. So let me leave you with this, is that have confidence in yourself. To be successful in PA school, have confidence in yourself. There will be times where you do bad on your exam, you did poorly, not as you expected. That's okay. Think about it. Have confidence. And go on to the next one and do better. Change what you know, when you reflect, change what you did, what you should have done, and how to do better. After 47 years of practice, every patient that walks through the door is brand new to me. I have to be that clinician. I have to ask the questions. I have to have the clinical reasoning. And the best compliment the patient will pay to you is that they got better. It's not going to happen overnight. My first year out, I would call the patient the next day. How are you doing? Are you still alive? Oh yeah, we got better. Thank you. Yeah. But you be well educated. I don't wish you guys would be left alone like Dr. Runyon and I did in those early days. There was nothing else. They put us out in a rural health clinic. In my first year out there, I see a young man, 28-year-old, comes in with chest pain. He's working out in the oil fields. And I take a good history, do my physical exam, and I said, you know what, I think we need to get an EKG on you. And he's 28 years old. Yeah, why do you want an EKG? So I did it anyway because I got that sixth sense. You know, women, you all have that sixth sense already. So I said, let's do it, and we did it, and it showed that he was having an MI. So we sent him in by ambulance to the hospital. He survived. And word started getting out. Whatever that PA in the rural clinic says, believe it. He knows what he's doing. And it all came because I was taught how to be a PA, how to reason. You know, what questions do you ask? Pay attention to your patients. Your patients will tell you what they have. It's up to you to put it together and reason and say, this is what you have. There'll be a lot of firsts for you guys out there when you start. I saw my first dengue fever patient, and And my first year out. And the doctor said, nah, it doesn't exist. Not here in the valley. Well, Reynosa, it's only across the border. And there have been 300 cases of dengue fever. You know, those mosquitoes don't stop at the border. And then we have our own patients that go into Mexico to see their relatives and come right back. But you ask the right questions, and that patient said, you know, I have this back aching fever. My back is breaking. Where did I hear that? That's dengue. So we do the titers, and sure enough, 2 weeks later, the titers come back and show that he's dengue. How did you know? Well, because you pay attention. You listen to your patients. They'll tell you. They don't know what's going on, but they'll tell you. And you are that human in the loop that will put it together. And again, the best compliment is the patients coming back and saying how well you did. So, good luck, Godspeed, and I hope that somehow to be back in your lives, helping you succeed. One of the things that helped me decide that Wilma was the perfect person was that when she went through the program and she became faculty for us, she was very student-oriented. Students came first. We need more leaders like that, where the students come first. You've made it. There's no competition. It's up to you to learn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ambrose. We definitely appreciate all the guidance, leadership, and we're going to have some good PAs here. Not number 3, but maybe 3033 or something. So I have the privilege of introducing Dr. Runyon here in just a second. Before I do that, I did want to provide 2 other special acknowledgments about people that were really, really core to us getting here today. The first of which is Gloria Fernandez. The entire event that you see here is a lot of Gloria's planning, blood, sweat, tears, time, talent, treasure, all those different things. And so thanks for putting together such an amazing event today. We really appreciate that. And then lastly, you got hypnotized by him on the introduction, but Dr. Philip Bell is our medical director. Dr. Bell is technically the second hire because when Professor Mueller came on July 17th of 2024, Dr. Bell came on 8/1/2024. And he's been with us through the entire ride, has provided such great guidance, such amazing insights throughout the process. And, this is a time in his career where he didn't have to do that. He invested the time in you guys to be able to do that. So I want to give you a really personal thanks. And it helps he's from U of H. But it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Jack Runyon, who will do the roll call of faculty and staff here in just a second, talk a little bit about them. Dr. Runyon, while he joined us in the PA program in November, is not new to San Houston. He's actually been here over a decade and has been a faculty member within public health, has had a tremendous impact on a wide range of students, and like I mentioned earlier, was one of the key people that helped with the build of this program and helping us do the design in the right way. He served as a program director at 2 other programs before coming to this one, and has a tremendous amount of experience, and I know you'll enjoy hearing from him. So please welcome Dr. Runyon.
Thank you. So I am going to do the roll call of the faculty, and then I've got a couple other comments. Of course, we have our esteemed dean, Dr. Brian Zaplak, our program director, Wilma Mueller, our medical director, Philip Bell, of course you know Frank, our brand is Janae Spear, Dr. Spear, one of our, from the beginning, faculty members is Connor Wood, and new to being a doctor, Dr. Tiffany Webb, and of course, don't give me a microphone because I'm going to talk. I want to put a few other things in perspective. First of all, I want to tell you about my relationship with Frank, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how our profession, how we kind of all circle around. Frank was in the PA program class that was 2 classes behind me. I graduated in 1977. He graduated in 1979. We knew each other. We were acquaintances in Galveston at the UTMB program just because the classes were so small then. Mine was the 3rd class at UTMB. His was then the 5th class at UTMB of PAs. So we're pretty high up there in terms of being the first PAs in the whole country. And then I moved to the Valley. Frank got in touch with me, said, hey, we're thinking about starting a new program at UTPNAM. What do you think about that? So together, we worked on getting that program established. I can remember so well. We were because we had a limited faculty, there were only 3 of us, and we had 20 students. We were all working full-time in clinic and teaching full-time, and we were teaching way more than a recommended teaching load. Sometimes we teach 5 classes in one semester, and we were quite busy. And I can also remember, he said earlier about calling, I can remember calling Frank and saying, in clinic and saying, Frank, I got this patient that what do you think? And we would work it out together all the time. That happened quite often in the early years. So Frank and I have known each other. Frank's been a PA for 47 years. I've been a PA for 49 years. I've been telling you guys 50 years, but I had a reality check here. And I'm old, so I'm 80, so that makes up for that. I also want to, for you guys, I want you to just understand a little bit of where we come from. We have 40 new PA students here. When we opened up applications for the PA program through our Central Application Service, and we had a very short application period because we were a new program and we were waiting approval from the ARC-PA, the accrediting agency, to open up. So we had a very short application cycle, literally about 3 months. In those 3 months, we had, through CASPA, 950 applications, a little bit over 950. And these are the 40 that were chosen. I'm pretty happy with all of that. I think we selected a good group. None of them paid us any money. They all interviewed well, and we had needless to say, a tough decision. We had a tough decision deciding how many we were going to interview, let alone from that interview pool how many we were going to select for the program. But welcome, you guys. We're glad you're here. I want to tell you a little bit about the symbolism of the white coats. We're going to code them in just a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit about the symbolism of the white coats. White coats in a medical school setting mean a lot. It is a kind of a status symbol, if you will. Number one, the white coat, as we've said several times today, represents your personal identity. Your personal identity as being a symbol of the medical profession, and it's supposed to represent purity and cleanliness, professionalism, and it's a way that these white coats, especially in a medical center hospital, distinguishes students from residents from attending. And it all has to do with the length of the coat. Students wear the shorter coats. Residents and interns wear a little bit longer coat, about thigh-length coat, and then the professors wear the long coats. So that makes a big deal. And I'm telling you guys, if you go to one of your clinical rotations wearing a coat like this, you'll get sent home. I promise you will. You'll get sent home. You better just wear those short coats because that is the symbol. You're a student, and those are the coats that the students wear. The white coats also represent knowledge and trust as far as the patients is concerned. There's been several studies that have shown us that the longer coats and the white coats evoke trust from patients, and several studies. And nowadays, actually, I have read recently, the white coats once represented trust in the whoever the provider was. Nowadays, scrubs represent the same thing. I prefer scrubs with a white coat, but a recent study showed that scrubs and white coats both offer about the same amount of trust. So the varying lengths mean a great deal within this environment, and so once again, wear your short coats when you're out in your clinical rotations, or you will get sent home. In summary, the length of the white coats is significant. It symbolizes the transition from student to physician or physician assistant, and influences the patient's perceptions, and it serves as practical functions representing institutional traditions and establishes the social dynamics within the profession. Next, we're going to coat you. So I am going to ask Dr. Spear to come up, and she will introduce each one of the students, and we'll put your coats on. So I know you're all getting cold because you got those short sleeves on, so we'll get you warmed up.
So I get the pleasure of a presentation of students, the exciting part. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first student, Nigel Alexander. Isabella Barrera. Isabel Hazen. Aiden Bolano. Georgia Cardinal. Jacelyn Clay. Callie Cowan. Tao Dang. Alexandria De Leon. Jennifer Fisher. Caitlin Udo. Corey Hitchens. Marcus Hughes. Sona Jacob. Hannah Kirkman. Lambania. Michaela Malvo. Macy Maxim. Michaela Magruder. Kelly Mertz. Brianna Marachi. Mackenzie Mitchell. Helen Quinn. Loma Nwachubu. Andrea Olise. Ron Ortega. Gabriela Ortiz. Samantha Reeves. Crystal Rapola. Kate Rodriguez. Nicole Sines. Danielle Sotelo. Lady Taylor. Kelly Vargas. Sarah Ibarra. And last but not least, Mia Zong.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome, and again, congratulations on being the top party. It's pretty amazing to be, the other day I told you should have bought a lottery ticket. I mean, 40 out of 1,000, that's pretty tough, so congratulations once more. So, I will administer your oath, but let me tell you a little bit about what the oath means. Okay, we've talked about the white coat, some of our traditions, but let's talk specifically about what the oath means. So, the professional oath is a formal pledge for PA students entering training or new PA entering clinical practice or clinical training. To recite publicly, to commit to the professional and ethical standards that define the field, which are compassion and respect, integrity and professionalism, teamwork and collaboration, excellence and lifelong learning, and last but not least, advocacy and equity. Or, as I like to say, it's branding day on the ranch for the new PA students. It comes from the same stock as the Hippocratic Oath, but it's built for the PA role specifically, working beside or with physicians and the care team rather than alone. We say it at the beginnings in events like this white coat ceremony, because it marks a transition from a member of the public or a layperson to one with a medical or clinical identity, entrusted with the public's trust and confidence. We say it out loud at events like this because it marks the time and date where the student saddles up and begins the journey that changes their lives as well as the multitudes of others. We recite the oath publicly to those who are important to us, friends, family, peers, faculty, because it is a deliberate act of accountability and not just a ceremonial tradition. It puts a stake in the ground, so to speak, before students ever see real-life patients, so that the values driving their decisions later are the ones they consciously chose and spoke aloud and are not assumed. So if the inaugural class will stand with me, raise your right hand and read aloud with me. I pledge to perform the following duties in honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patience, autonomy, beneficence, non-malfeasance, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with physicians. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. And I will turn it over to Professor Meade.
Wow, look what you just did. Very exciting. You know, you raised your right hand and you recited that oath, having the coat placed on you, on your shoulders. That cannot be undone. Right? From this moment forward, you carry it with you. Years from now, when someone asks you when you became a physician assistant, in your heart, some part of the answer will always be here today. You are the first cohort of the Master of Physician Assistant Studies program. Every class now that follows you will inherit something you are creating right now in real time. The traditions, the culture, again, the standard for what it means to wear the coat and carry the name. This is an extraordinary responsibility. And I have no doubt that you're equal to it. I want to leave you with these three things as you begin. First, be patient with yourself. You are pioneers, which means there's no road chip or a roadmap for exactly what this experience will feel like. There will be growing pains in the curriculum and the process, and all of us as we build this together. Extend yourself and each other the same grace you will one day extend to your patients. Second, lean on each other. Lean on everyone around you. The person sitting next to you today, will more than almost anyone in your life understand exactly what these next few years demand of you. Take care of one another and be each other's weddings. Because we know that's going to happen. Eventually, you will be part of someone's ceremony down the road. Third, remember why you're here. What did Professor Will Baker always say? Look in the mirror and remember why you chose this field. Every day when it's a difficult day, just look in the mirror and go, I chose this for a reason. So don't forget that. So remember why you're here on the hard days, and there will be hard days, remember? Remember this moment, remember the oath you just took, and the people in this room who showed up for you. You worked incredibly hard to get to this point, to be accepted into the PA school and into this program specifically. Each of you has faced real challenges and made real sacrifices to be in this room today. What you have achieved is a genuine professional milestone, and we are all here to celebrate with you. I would like you to stand and recognize your family and loved ones and friends and give them the recognition that they deserve for being here for you and getting you here to this point. Please recognize them. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here today. To our new students, congratulations and welcome to the profession. To everyone who came to celebrate with them, thank you again. And please join us downstairs for refreshments on the first floor. And thank you again. This is the class of 2028.